Okay guys, so before this video starts, I already know that some people are going to be upset. They're going to be mad, their feelings are going to be hurt, and the reason I know this is because I'm not really a fan of this week. And whenever I hate on Supreme, anytime that I throw shade on Supreme, it seems like there's about 73 kids that get really upset because they don't think Supreme can do anything wrong and they fail to understand that people are able to have a difference of opinion. So that being said, if you have a difference of opinion than myself, feel free to let me know on my Instagram by joining the Copper Drop polls. Of course, my Instagram's at TheStarlife, TheStarlife, and I'm only really including this in the beginning of the video before I start because I forgot to shout it out until the end. But in all seriousness, this is just my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get to it. What is up, YouTube? Welcome to yet another video. Today we are going to go over this week's Supreme drop list, and I must say it is absolutely garbage. Of course, everything that I say in this video is just my opinion, so if you feel otherwise, feel free to let me know down in the comments below, and while you are down there, make sure you smash that like button. It really does help the channel grow, so if you support the channel and you want to see the channel grow, then of course do that by commenting and liking this video. And while you're down there, if you are not subscribed for whatever reason, you can change that, hit that little subscribe button, and turn notifications, join the notification gang. But anyways, like I was saying, this week I'm not a fan of. That being said, there is one item that I actually do want this week. I want like 5 to 10 sets, which means I'll probably only be able to get 1 or 2 online, and then I'll have to buy the rest on StockX. Thankfully, StockX is a sponsor, so hopefully I can get them to bless me with some Supreme license plates. For those of you guys that are not aware of what StockX is, it's an online platform that you can use to buy and sell brand new legit goods. I guess you could try selling fake goods, but they're gonna send that shit right back. And the reason for that is because StockX is a platform where basically you send the item to them, they legit check it, and then they send it out to the buyer. I feel like some people get that confused. Like, StockX doesn't actually store products. It's kind of like an eBay, except minus all the fake shit. Like I said earlier, a way to help the channel is by liking and commenting down below. But the best way that you can help the channel out is, of course, by clicking that top link in the description below. Of course, anytime you guys support the sponsor, it genuinely helps out the channel. Anyways, getting into this drop list, there's really only 2 things that... Like, there's one thing that I need, there's 2 things I'm going to go for. The first thing that I'm going to go for that I don't absolutely need is, of course, this Dr. Seuss hoodie. Now, this week is somewhat headlined by the VANS collaboration, but I'm going to get into that in a moment because I absolutely despise that collaboration. And to be honest, I don't really want to start the video off too negative because whenever I do that, it seems like it pisses people off. So hopefully those easily offended individuals have short attention spans and will click off the video right when I get done talking about this hoodie, because really, it's only that and the license plate that I have something positive to say about. Anyways, this hoodie I think is pretty cool. I like the blue one. I think that's the color I'm going to go for. I'm more worried about getting the license plates though because that's a personal piece. I think the Supreme hoodie, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think it might be one of the items that may have some resale. That being said, I don't know for sure. It might just sell out and then not really have that good of resale. It's kind of hard to say, to be honest, and with Supreme hoodies it's always kind of a toss-up. Obviously, they release a lot of hoodies, so some hoodies are going to have to resell, some aren't, and it's a lot of money to invest for a risk. That being said, I will say this is one of the more popular hoodies this season, so I'm hoping that this does. Okay, there's like 3 cool colors, the gray, the blue, and the black. Now, this little Dr. Seuss inspired piece right here is not just limited to a hoodie, but it's also limited to some work pants and some beanies. These are all absolutely trash. I'm just not really a big fan. I feel like those are just kind of whatever, and I don't know why the pants even exist. I mean, it's just work pants with a smallest little like Dr. Seuss hat embroidery. It just seems really random. It almost seems like they didn't have enough items for the season and they were like, oh, well, we could just put this on a pair of work pants too. Now, one piece that I actually like but I will not be going for is this Champion varsity jacket. Now, the reason I like this jacket is because it kind of reminds me of some like really old vintage piece, or some vintage piece that was like kind of like bootleg, where someone would get it and they're like a fan of a certain team, so they just like stitch that team all over the jacket. Like, I know that often Supreme is looked at as being overly branded, so that's why this is probably not the best piece for them to really do, but I do like this jacket. However, that being said, I'll not be going for this piece, and the reason for that is because it won't resell and I don't like it enough to really add it to my personal collection. It's just a piece that I don't think is that bad, and I think a lot of people give it shit just because it's got the Champion logo stamped all over it. But just being that I love vintage clothing and this kind of reminds me of a vintage piece, that's why I kind of like it. It's kind of like a team jacket, but with no team. Now, they are dropping this leather trucker jacket in a blue, like burgundy and black, and this piece is just so fucking hideous. I absolutely despise this piece. I believe my man Sanjeev actually said that he likes this piece. Sanj, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I feel like every video there's like one piece that I can't quite figure out what it is. I think that's a fleece. Regardless, it seems pretty basic. I'm not gonna cop. You also have this like old man polo, something even my dead grandfather would probably be too young to wear. You have this like Supreme like color block knitted sweater. I believe Magnus actually liked this piece. I think he liked the one that's like not black and white, but like the one with the color. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hopefully by the next video I can get through the entire video without coughing or sneezing. But anyways, I'm just allergic to trash, and yeah, that crew neck to me is trash. I know Magnus liked it. I don't think he would buy it, but I'm kind of hoping he does just so I can see him style it. They also have this Supreme crew neck right here, a little basic. It's something where if you like Supreme and you like their crew necks, this is something that you may want. However, for me personally, I'm not a big fan. It's just a little simple, and yeah, nothing special. A little too simple for the price they're going to charge. But anyways, you have this button down, pretty basic. You have these pocket tees. These come in a plethora of colors. That periwinkle is pretty nice, but overall I'm gonna pass. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive than our standard t-shirts, and as a lot of you guys know, unless their t-shirt is like insane, I normally don't pay that premium price tag. This is an example of a t-shirt that I thought was like good enough for me to pay that premium tee price. I think these were like 72 bucks, which is still too much money for this t-shirt, but I just really like the way that they did the stripes. Like this like static stripe on it is so sick to me. I do like these little hockey jerseys. I'm not a fan of the white cuffs, and I know that sounds like I'm nitpicking, but just for me personally, I feel like it stands out. It looks kind of weird, and I wish they would have just made the cuffs the same color as the actual piece. And on top of that, white cuffs are gonna get dirty over time as opposed to just having it be the actual piece. Like, I hate white cuffs. For me, it's one of the hardest things to keep clean on a white hoodie. I mean, if you're eating or something, it's like the closest thing to the food. Like, it's just not a vibe. Not a vibe. And so for that reason, I'm going to have to pass. I also do not like the fact that they chose to do a V-neck instead of a normal crew neck. But all these hats are whatever to me. The only hats that I think would be worth copping if you are a fan of these styled hats are the S logo hats. But other than that, all these pieces are passes, and these beanies are just absolutely disgusting. These might be some of the worst beanies I've ever seen. Now, the only piece I absolutely need from this collection is definitely these license plates. I love this piece. I think that they killed it with the license plate. It's a really sick accessory. It's something that I don't really think is going to be super branded, because obviously most people need to actually have a license plate, like in Washington State, unless you have some kind of special, like, I think some classic cars don't need front plates, but I think most cars in Washington State need front plates. So for that reason, it's almost kind of pointless, but I still think it's kind of sick. And if I ever get my dream car, a 54 Chevrolet Bel Air, I believe it's going to look absolutely gorgeous on a flat black chop top. Oh, just thinking about that car is making me excited. And it's kind of making me feel better about this trash-ass week. But anyways, last but not least, we have what this week is headlined by, which is, of course, the Vans collaboration. And this collaboration is garbage. Alright, that's it. Goodbye. I'm just kidding. Okay, for real though, we're going to talk about it. I don't really like this style of Vans. I know that this is like a classic Vans shoe or silhouette for most people that shop at Ross. Really? Okay, real quick. I don't want to be super dismissive of this shoe, and I want to at least be informative if you are not familiar with this shoe. This is a shoe that when I was broke and I would get my shoes from Ross, I would see that style of shoe there all the time, and that's why for me personally I'm not a fan of it. However, that being said, it is a good skateboard shoe. So if you are into skateboarding or even BMXing and you don't have a good durable shoe, this shoe would be good for that. To go over a little bit of the details, it does say right here, the Sid Pro features a premium suede upper, leather lining, and insole with a vulcanized waffle outsole, custom heel label, and logo embroidered tongue made exclusively for Supreme. The Sid Pro will be offered in 4 colors. It has the Vans logo and the Supreme logo on the tongue with that little V for Victor on the side of the shoe. And then it comes in a black, a purple, this like burnt orange color, and then this snow leopard color. Like I said, none of these are really for me personally, and this style of shoe is not, it's just not for me. That being said, if you need a durable shoe that will withstand a lot of abuse, then this shoe would be good for that. I just feel like I wanted to go over that because I didn't want to be too dismissive, and my friend Matthew's a big fan of this shoe, and he's actually really excited about it because he plans on using it as a skateboarding shoe. Anyways, back to the video. I've seen these Vans at Ross many a times when I was shopping there when I was a broke, young little high school kid. And I never bought them then, and I don't plan on buying them now. Not for $110, you are out of your mind. The one that has like this kind of like leopard print, or like whatever, what print is this? Like snow leopard? I don't know, it doesn't even say the color, but it's kind of got like this like snow, maybe like a cow print. I don't know, it's trash. I don't like this shoe. I think this shoe is definitely like, don't get me wrong, it's cool that they're doing another Vans collaboration, but I just feel like this is the weakest Vans collaboration I've seen from the Supreme in so long. I can't think of a Vans collaboration that I actually like less than this. Please help me out. Like, genuinely, I'm asking for you guys to help me by commenting down below what you think the worst Vans collaboration is, and whether you think it's this one or some other one that I can't think of off the top of my head. And then I'm gonna respond to every single one, even if you agree or disagree, and let you know whether I agree or disagree. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. I may not have said this in the beginning of this video, but of course, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at the Starlife. That's TheStarlife. And of course, I'll be doing some polls on all these pieces, so that way you guys can let me know what your guys' opinions are. Then you can let me know if you disagree with me. If you guys actually like this week, you guys can let me know by, of course, joining on those copper drop polls. I got a bunch from Palace as well that I need to do, because if you guys do not know, of course, I did the Palace winter season review yesterday. But yeah, man, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I need to edit this video, and yeah, as always, keep living the star life. Peace!